worst possible thing you could say when you walk into a car dealership. I spent 5 years with Mercedes-Benz, 5 with General Motors, and the worst thing a person could say when they walk in is, if you could just get me to this payment, we got a deal.
So your loan's probably still like 19, which means you got to pay to get out. You're upside down. It's called negative equity.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to episode 20, Questions and Answers. We are live on all 4 platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Welcome. I am your host, Deshone, publicly known as Deshone the Auto Advisor. What's up, Cindy Flores? Great to see you. I see you guys logging in live on TikTok. This is not a, I know some of you may see the replays that we do throughout the week, but whenever you don't see the banner above me, that means we're actually live and you guys can start typing in your questions. I have Dolan in the background moderating. And so you guys can feel free to start typing your questions. And now, if this is your first time here, let's just do a little housekeeping. As I said, my name is Deshone, the Auto Advisor. I do these live shows throughout the week to make sure that you guys have access to insider strategies, cutting edge strategies, the things that 80% of dealers, 90% of dealers are not going to be able to get away with overcharging you. And the way we do that is through bidding. You want to stop shopping for cars. You want to start making dealers bid. So if you got some time to spend with us, start tapping the screen on YouTube, on TikTok, hit the like button where you're at, and you guys can start typing in your questions. Now, everything I will be teaching out of on the stream today is out of my new digital book. It's called Cars from Home. We are up now to a 4.95 on Goodreads.com. So thank you to everybody who's reviewed the book, Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. And you can get your copy while we're on this broadcast for 75% off. All right, it's in my TikTok bio, it's in my Instagram bio. Normal price is $97. And just so y'all know, this book, I pride myself in making sure that this book, first of all, I don't hold back. So as you guys start typing your questions, we'll start getting right into the question. I don't hold back information on these broadcasts, but some of you want to go deeper with the information and have a step-by-step, so I make sure it's available. So this is our latest rating, 4.95. We got 39 ratings, we got 30 reviews. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to review the book. All right, so go ahead, Dolan. As we get our first question, you can start bringing them in. I know sometimes it takes us a while. What's up, TikTok? Where y'all at? Type your questions, TikTok. Let's go. We're not going to start until everybody starts typing their questions. So, okay, this is Transplanted Texan from Instagram. What's going on? Do dealerships just not negotiate on price anymore? I've been to a few dealerships looking for a car, and they will not come down on their price in person. We always negotiate our prices from home. Dealerships do come down on prices. If you're dealing with a 20% deal, 80% dealer, we always say 80% of dealers are overpriced. So, I've been helping people shop from home and get offers from home since 2021. I've been doing it personally for people since probably, I had my leasing company 2015, 2016. So probably about another 4 years. So I've probably got 7 years of just helping people and shopping from home. So what you're doing though is you're not actually getting to the offers, because whatever you're doing, you're talking to overpriced dealers, and you should be talking to either sales managers, definitely sales managers. I don't know who you're dealing with, but we always get prices from home. And that's how we save the big money. You know, I'll show you people throughout the show that have saved 20 grand off cars, 7 grand, 6 grand, brand new cars. And the way we do that is by getting multiple offers. You got to get at least 5. So I don't know where you're getting offers from or how you're getting them, but I suggest you talk to sales managers. And or if you want to do it my way, where you're not talking to anybody, you can use the stuff that's in my book, because I have scripts in there that we copy and paste onto dealers' websites. We don't go on these third-party sites. What's up, Margaret? What's up, Ursula? Jason, good to see you. We don't go on third-party sites that sell our information to the dealers, because I just feel like that's redundant, and I don't want to be any. We go directly to the dealers' websites, and then we use their contact tab. Tell them what we want. We do that with 25 dealers, and we're going to get 5 offers. That's the goal. 25 dealers, 5 offers. If you're not getting 5 offers, you are not going to save the type of money that people could be saving. Like, you people that learn from me, that I'll be showing you throughout the show, like Tiffany, she saved $6,500 off of 44. She got a Mazda CX-90, brand new one, stayed at home, got offers, saved $6,500. So dealers want a deal. It's just, how are you shopping? Okay. Alex Torres, good to see you. Jesse James, good to see you. Start typing your questions, y'all. I got Dolan, who's going to be bringing in the questions. Also texting, I don't know if you were shopping for a new car or a used car, so you need to put that in as well. All right, go ahead, Dolan. All right, let's see. This is another one from Instagram. All right, Instagram coming with the questions today. Good to see you. First time here. I see you, G. Welcome. Shout out to New York. Car values are dropping fast for people who own their cars, older vehicles. They've been dropping since 2023. I told everybody, if you were going to sell your car, the time to make the most money selling your car was 20 to 2023. 2020 to 2023. Car values have been dropping since 2023 because they were $7,000 to $15,000 high. So, you know, when your car prices are $7,000 to $15,000 high, yes, you know, and I have videos that I'll eventually repost where I told you guys you didn't want to be thinking that you were going to have the same market in 2022 to sell your car as you would in 2024, 2025. So there's people who are still actually making, you can't try to buy your car and resell it anymore. Like, this is not the only time in history where we were able to do that was 2020 to 2023. You bought a car. Who bought a car in bought a car or sold a car in 2020 or 2021 or 2022 and got almost all the money they paid for it? Type me if you got almost all the money you paid for a car selling it in 2021 or 2022. That was the time. But now that still doesn't mean that we're not constantly creating better, you know, working with what the market is now. Because the deals that you guys see now are based on today. See, all right, so let's just say 2021 to 2022 to 2023, maybe we didn't see the discounts we're seeing. Like, the biggest discount we saw back then was like 2,000 to let's call it 3,000. You had a lot of cars weren't doing rebates. They weren't doing rebates, so you weren't able to save $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000. Like you guys see, Sean, he saved 20 grand. So the discounts now are much bigger. So that's where we're winning now, because we might have gotten smaller discounts back then during the pandemic of like 2 to 3 grand. But then if you had a car to sell, oh, you were making 7 to 10 grand more than what we would have gotten for them. So you can't burn the candle from both ends, but what anybody should be looking to do right now is save money on cars. If you're not saving money on cars right now, considering the market is normal, we're back to pretty much pre-pandemic prices. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like you look at somebody like Zafrina, look at somebody like Zafrina here, 1% leases. A 1% lease means you got to save thousands of dollars and you got to get tons of money off. I showed you Tiffany earlier with the $6,500 off. These are discounts that we were seeing pre-pandemic, quite honestly. So I would be less concerned about what my car's value is. Make sure we're still getting offers because we don't trade cars. So if you're still in the business of trading your car, you still sleep. God bless you. I pray that you wake up today. But if this is if this is your first time on a live stream with us, just type the number 1. I saw Jay say it was his first time. G, first time from New York. But if this is your first time on a live stream with us, type the number 1. See, because what we do here is we teach bids. We're not trading. So whoever this question came from on Instagram, I see you, Keenan. Welcome. You should not be trading anything, because if you're going into dealerships and asking them what your car is worth, you already lost. You already lost. See, they programmed you to do that. They programmed you to come in to their house when you're ready to buy something and go right to them and see, tell me what this is worth to you. Meanwhile, every other dealer is a different price. Your car is worth something to 16 different dealers, is worth 16 different prices. So true. So when you say your car's value, when you say car values are dropping, I hope what you're meaning is, yeah, they're dropping, but you're still getting bids. I see you, Miss Shan. I see you, Bill, on Facebook. Welcome to the first time, people. So what you should be doing is going to CarMax, going to Driveway, going to Carvana, going to Kelly's Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, going to Auto Nation, sell my car, and going to Car Guru, sell my car. That's 6 bids. 6 bids, and that will get you 6 cash offers. So doesn't matter what car prices do. We're still going to get bids. Doesn't matter what the market does. The way we save money and make the most money is by getting bids. And if you're doing things the old-fashioned way, then yeah, the market's going to suck for you. But I hope that you wake up to that old-fashioned way you're doing things and start changing. All right, so we are live. Today is May 14th. This is our Tuesday, 12 p.m. show. So I know some of you may see our replays throughout the day, but this is actually live. You guys can type your questions. We'll try to get through as many of them as possible, during the hour. Okay, go ahead, Dolan. If we got some more questions, you can bring them in. All right, but try to type your questions. I see a lot of people. GD 888 just grabbed your book today. Can't wait to read it. Well, enjoy it. I appreciate it. Enjoy it. And my goal is for that to be the best, most valuable money book to you of everything you bought. So enjoy it. This is also GD from TikTok. Where can you expect to see the best deals when leasing? That's a great question. You have to shop for them, because great deals are not advertised. Now, bad deals are advertised. If y'all gonna spend some time with us, can y'all keep running the lights up on TikTok? Just tap the screen if you're gonna spend some time and you want to talk some serious money with us. Appreciate it. Where can you expect to see the best lease deals? So lease deals are not advertised. What you're gonna see advertised is offers that require money down and that are not deals. So, and I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna in order for me to show you that those are not deals, I'm gonna show you what deals are. So you take Taupe on her BMW. That's a $54,000 vehicle. She got a i4 e-drive, $54,000 MSRP. Her monthly payment $690. That's a 1.26% lease. That means her monthly payment is 1.26% of her MSRP. Now, a steal is 1% or less. A great deal is between 1% and 1.5%. Over 1.5% with no money down is a bad lease deal. So you're not going to see this deal advertised on this car. When you see this car being advertised, it might be advertised at $579 with $3,000 down plus tax plus fees. Meanwhile, she's paying $690, no money down. Greg's lease deal, he got a Kia EV6. I want y'all to say, because if y'all seen any lease commercials, I want y'all to stop looking at commercials, because as somebody who, I was in the car business from 2006 to 2020, commercials are worthless. All they're meant to do is get you to come into the dealer at the end of the month thinking you're getting some type of special deal that no one else could get. That's the purpose, marketing. So this is Greg. His lease deal is 56. He has a $56,000 vehicle. His monthly payment is $527 a month, no money down. You can see all said and done, great lease deal. Look, using our system that we teach in my book, this is the system. But you can get this, you can get these prices once you learn to get bids. But if you notice, none of these prices are what you're going to see advertised on a commercial. None of them. Look, $44,000 vehicle that Danielle has, $550 a month, no money down. With just first payment, included her maintenance, included gap insurance, all fees, taxes, registration. You don't see come drive an Audi A3, $44,000 vehicle, $550 a month on a sign and drive. It's the Quattro Premium Plus package with the black optics. I'm showing y'all this to show you deals are not advertised. So if you go in and you want to just pay what they're advertising, God bless you. You're not getting a deal. A deal is when the dealer makes little to almost no money. What's up, Sean? A deal is when the the salesman has to go to his manager and really beg him to accept the deal. It's like, hey, look, this is the best they'll offer. Man, can you get them to pay any more? Can they pay $25 more a month, $30 more a month, something? Nah, this is the best. All right, go ahead, go do it. That's a deal. Dealers don't want to make deals. They like, all right, we need the number. Let's just sell. You'll see the difference? So what you're seeing advertised is meant to make you think, well, I could just go in and get that offer. I don't have to negotiate or nothing or do it. It's just for lazy people. So you could either be lazy and then get no deal, overpay by, $3,000, $4,000, or you can listen to what we talk about in these streams, learn to stay at home where you're in control, talk to multiple dealers at once, get multiple offers, look at 5 offers, and then make the best decision for you. And by the way, that way is a whole lot easier, whole lot simpler. You're in control and you're not feeling like people are getting over on you. So don't expect GD to see the best lease deals advertised ever. Don't expect to see the best deal advertised on a car ever, because they're not going to advertise a great deal to thousands of people. They're just not going to do it. Why would I advertise to 10,000 people that live in one state, come in here and pay this super low price for these cars where we make almost no money? Doesn't happen, y'all. It doesn't happen. And shout out to the people who take the information, who actually are taking this and applying it. See, because people, I don't want you to be hearers, but I can't control who you are or where you're at in your life. But I can tell you one thing. We're getting enough people that write into us saying that they're using the information and that it's making a difference in their life. And I'm going to be uploading more of them on our shows to show you guys, because it's about you changing the way you do things. It's not about you just sitting here and listening to, oh, this guy Deshone, I like it when he talks about cars. And no, but are you doing what I'm telling you to do? Or are you going into dealerships and talking numbers like it's 1990? Who's shopping for a car right now, or you will be in the next 12 months? Type me. If you're shopping for a car right now, or you will be in the next 12 months, type me in the comments. Thanks, Clarence. If you're shopping for a car right now, okay, I see you, GD. You're going to be leasing. Okay, Douglas, ED, I see you. You're going, all right. Okay. I can't see my Instagram account. Reddit. Okay, I see you. So there's a bunch of you right now. Look, Bill Potts. There's a bunch of you who are shopping for a car now, Robert, who or you will be in the next 12 months. The most important thing that I can tell you is to remember it's about multiple offers. If you're replacing a car, it's about getting multiple offers for that car. If you are buying a car, it's about getting multiple offers for the car you're buying. If you are getting a loan, it's about getting multiple offers for your loan. That is the science of what I teach. Now, also what I teach is you need to know leasing versus buying, because there's no way for you to get a great deal. No way, impossible for you to get a great deal when you purchased your car, but you should have leased it. It's impossible. So all of these lease deals that I was just showing you with these low payments, these payments would be $300 to $400 to $500 a month higher if these people had purchased these cars. So where you saw Danielle paying $690, she would have been paying $900, $1,000, because that was a $50-something thousand BMW. She would have been paying $1,000 a month if she bought it. So the first thing you got to admit to yourself is if you don't understand leasing, that's the first thing you need to learn, which is very simple because I give you a simple rule to learn this. If I'm not keeping my car 8 years, I should be shopping for a lease. Now you can figure out why later. Go through some of my other videos, you're going to see me talk about the 8-year rule. But just because you don't understand something doesn't mean it's not right. And what I'm telling you is the rule for the rest of your life, if you truly want to get great car deals and stop overpaying, is you got to know the 8-year rule. If I'm not keeping my car 8 years, I shouldn't be buying it, because the car is going down in value so much that I'm losing money by the thousands every time I try to keep a car for 4 or 5 or 6 years and then sell it or trade it. The depreciation. So before you think about getting a great deal, you better have your deal on the right foundation, which is, Deshone, I know I'm not keeping my car 8 years, I'm leasing. Or Deshone, I am keeping my car 8 years, I'm buying. That's the most important thing. There's nothing more important than that, because many of you, unfortunately, have been taught just horrible information about leasing, and you believed it. Horrible, bad financial advice about leasing, and you gotta get over that. And I'm here to help you get over it by showing you the real numbers. You see these numbers. You can't deny numbers. You can't debate numbers. Look, Bonita here, $600 a month for a Kia Telluride. That same vehicle would be $800, $900 a month to buy. There's people right now, some of you watching, you're like, Deshone, I got that same truck. I got a Kia Telluride. You're right. I am paying $700, $800, $900, unless I put like 10 grand down, 15 grand down. Maybe I'm paying a little lower. Even if I got a used one, I'm probably still paying $500, $600, $700 for a used one. Meanwhile, Bonita got a brand new one during the pandemic. When people were paying $10,000 over sticker, she got $600 a month. See, I only care about the money that's coming out of our household. And here's what I know. The people that are using what I'm teaching, they're driving the best cars and the least amount of money is coming out of their household. Same cars you're driving, people are paying $200 a month less for. And if that bothers you, then you're going to love it. You're going to love here. You're going to love it here. Okay, go ahead, Dolan. Shoot the next question up, brother. All right, y'all, we are live. This is our Tuesday, May 14th live stream. So you can post your questions. We'll try to get to as many of them as possible. Hey, hi, Douglas from Pennsylvania. If I have an LLC, what's the best way to buy a car? Well, the best way to, first of all, this is a great question. Douglas from PA asks, if I have an LLC, what's the best way to buy a car? The first thing to do is make sure that you're actually using the car for business. Because putting your car in a business name that you're not using for business, I'm not giving you tax advice, but that's a huge red flag. God forbid you get audited. They're going to want to know, what are you using this car for? Oh, we see that you wrote off, $6,000 in car payments this year. What are you using the car for? And if you don't have a legitimate business purpose that you're actually using the car for, you're going to be in trouble most likely. So the first thing I would say is make sure you're using the car for business. The second thing is there's different ways that people, buy their cars in their business name. Some of them try to buy their car in only the business name without personally being responsible for it, which is called a personal guarantee. And that's how most purchases and leases work. You put the car in the business name, Douglas LLC, but then you're personally going to sign for the business. So if the business doesn't pay, then they can come after you personally to pay the debt. Now, the benefits of putting the car in a business name is that it won't show against your normal debt to income ratio most times. Most times. So depending on the bank, you need to ask the finance manager, if I put the car in my business name, does it still show on my debt to income? Because when I did a deal for Mercedes one day with a customer, and we found out the hard way that it did not only show on his personal credit, on his business credit, it showed on his personal credit as well, even though the car was still in his business name. Because let's say you have 3 cars in your business name, but you want to go get something personally. You want to go get a loan for either a house or another car or something, jewelry, whatever. If you have those 3 cars on your business name, then when they pull the credit, it wouldn't show against your personal debt because the business is paying for them. But again, it goes down to how you signed it. Did you sign it with a personal guarantee? Which, as I said, that's how I see it most times. But there are people out here teaching that you can go and you can buy a car in your business name with no personal guarantee. So what I would tell you is learn from them what they're doing. I would also tell you to learn from us how to get the cars at the lowest prices, because these people are overpaying for cars because they're in their business name. These people walk into dealerships, they have either cash or they just have, they're so dead set on buying the car in their business name, they don't even think about the fact that this dealer is overcharging them. So I would tell you that if you're going to use cars for business, you need to learn from the people who are using their cars for business purposes. You need to make sure that your car, your LLC, is actually set up to use a vehicle. Just in case you get audited, you will have some type of a paper trail. If you work at home and you only drive, 200 miles a month, but every time you drop off your kids to school and every time you go and take your wife to work and every time you do this, you're writing off the mileage for business, that again, you could have a problem when it comes down to auditing. So make sure your car is being used for business. Follow someone who has cars if they're teaching you that you could put a car in a business name without signing for it. But what I've seen is you're going to shop for a car the same way everyone else does. And when they ask, how are you paying for the car or whose name is it going in? That's when you're going to pull your business out and say it's going in my name or it's going in my business name. That's typically how I've seen it. The shopping process is the same. Deciding whether to buy or lease is the same. Getting the best deal is the same. It's just when it comes down to titling the car and paying for the car, that's where the business is coming in at. That's where the business is coming in at. Okay. So something to keep in mind. All right. Great question. Dolan, you can shoot the next one up. Leah, what's going on from YouTube? My friend said you have to check this guy out. Welcome. Yeah. Listen, I can tell you this. I put me and anybody that learns from me up against anybody. I'll bet money with the way we car shop for new cars, for leases, and for used cars. I'll put money up against anybody that we're going to get a better deal. We're going to save thousands more than other people. And I know I can do that because I've been in the car business since 2006. But when I look at people like, Jared, when I look at people like Teddy, all of these people I'm showing on the screen, Tiffany, who wrote in using the book, she saved $6,500 off of her new Mazda. Zafrina, all of these people you see, Pierre got a great deal, 20% off his pre-owned Mazda, 20% off the brand new original MSRP. Sean saved 20 grand. These are all people who I never knew until after they started using our information and getting the same deals that I would get. These are deals that I know I would get. So when they sit at home and they're shopping the way I shop, we're shopping for new cars and leases. We're shopping 25 dealers to get 5 offers. Very simple. 25 dealers to get 5 offers, because 80% of them are going to be overpriced. So out of those 5 offers, 4 of them are going to be overpriced. 1 of them is going to be better than everyone. And then when we're shopping used cars, we shop all the marketplaces. So all the marketplaces where used cars are, Carfax, CarMax, Carvana, Driveway, Car Gurus, Auto Trader, Cars.com, eBay Motors, 8 marketplaces. Used to be 9, but Vroom went out of business. So we're doing 8 marketplaces. We're looking at all the cars. We're narrowing them down to the best ones that have the biggest savings from the new price. So there's a process. So everything I'm telling y'all, I'm not winging this. The people when you guys ask a question, I'm telling you based on the process, based on a process that we've been using for 3-4 years, teaching to thousands of people, and they've used this same cars from home process to save thousands while they sat at home. So I'm glad your friend told you to check us out. Just put the information to the test, and you'll see that you're going to stay in control. You're going to save more money, and you're going to feel like when you get your car, you're going to guarantee you paid the lowest price in the market. And that's what we do here. Very simple for us to do that. And there's no other way to do it except getting bids. Can't guarantee you paid the lowest price in the market getting 1 or 2 prices. That's not going to happen. All right. And you're going to love it because you'll stop walking into dealers. We're only in dealers for 3 reasons: test drive, to have a used car manager look at our car, or to pick up our new car. That's it. Test drive, to have a used car manager look at our car because he wants to buy it or she wants to buy it, and to pick up our new car if they don't deliver. That was the only 3 reasons we're in the dealership. And we're not there for more than 30 minutes. Okay? It's a beautiful world. So welcome. Go ahead, Dolan, shoot the next one up. Everything that I'm teaching about in the show is out of my new book. It's called Cars from Home. Those of you who just jumped on, my new digital book is called Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. It's normally $97, but you can get your copy for $24, which is 75% off, as long as you get to my TikTok bio or my Instagram bio before the 30-minute timer goes on. So as soon as you go to my bio, you'll see there's a timer that goes down from 30 minutes. Once it hits 0, the price is $97 on the book, which is still a great price. But if you want your copy for $24, take advantage of the offer before 30 minutes, okay? And that book is rated very highly, and thousands of people are using it to shop from home right now. So, okay, Riddick from Facebook said, I'm shopping for a semi-truck. Would your system work as well? Great question. The system of multiple offers, guys, works for everything, because multiple offers is how you save money when you don't know where the bottom price is. So I would use multiple offers if I was getting work done on my house. I would use multiple offers when we shop for TVs. We're using multiple offers all the time. Shout out to the people tapping the screen. I appreciate y'all on TikTok. If y'all can keep running the likes up, I appreciate it. If you're getting value out of what we're doing here, keep tapping the screen, running the likes up. I appreciate you. So this multiple offer system works for everything: motorcycles, boats. Why? Because one-to-many negotiating just works. One-to-one negotiating leaves you wondering if you could have saved more money. See, every time you get one offer, you are going to wonder if I could have saved more money. It's just natural. That is what's going to happen. That's also how the car business has programmed you to shop. So it's a buyer's remorse driven process. The way you are shopping for a car, it's by design you're going to have buyer's remorse, because you can't have confidence in the best price when you only got one price or 2 prices. If you went out and bought a TV right now, you would not feel confident you saved the most money if you only looked at 2 TVs. Same thing with the semi-truck. If you go look at 2 semi-trucks and you get prices, you're not going to have confidence you paid the best price. If you only get 2 people to come in and get prices to renovate your kitchen. You're not going to have confidence you paid the best price. Confidence comes from multiple offers. The more offers, the better. 5 to 7 offers for my kitchen, for my semi truck, for my engagement ring. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm getting 5 to 7 offers because that's how I'm going to save the money. And when those people who you're getting prices from know you're getting 5 to 7 offers, now they're more likely to give you their best price, even though they're still going to be overpriced. Because somebody who wants to make a lot of money, they're going to give you their best price and they're still overpriced. Maybe they'll be like, man, look, I'm giving you the best I can. I took off $4,000 for you. But just so you understand, there's somebody else who's taking off 7. So that's your best price is $4,000 off. Yeah, man, that's the best I can do, man. I don't think anybody's going to beat you. I don't think anybody's going to give you more than $4,000 off. Okay, that will remain to be seen. So the most expensive people, even when they give you money off, they're still making more money. That's why we want to buy from people when we know we've seen enough offers where we know the best price is low. If I got 5 offers on a Mazda and that one offer is beating all of their other offers, this guy is competing. So multiple offers is for everything. I'm not going to sit here and tell you the Cars from Home system will work for you buying a semi truck, because the Cars from Home system is set up for car websites. It's set up for websites where used cars are, websites where new cars are, financing, making banks bid. It's not set up for what you're talking about, which is more commercial. But I would tell you that even if I went into your business today and I had to learn to buy semi trucks at the greatest prices, I'm getting 5 to 7 offers for semi trucks, and I'll find the best price. It's a simple principle. Simple principle. Great question. Go ahead, Dolan. You can shoot the next one in. We are live. Welcome, everybody, to our Tuesday 12 p.m. live stream. This is May 14th. So if you don't see the banner above me, that means we're live. Whenever you see the banner, that means you're watching one of our replays. A lot of people still get values out of the replays, too. That's why we broadcast them throughout the day. But when you don't see the broadcast, the banner up top, that means we're live and you guys can type your questions. From Instagram, read your ebook. Thank you. Have 12 plus quotes. Use your counter offer calculator. How are the counter numbers calculated? Great question. So I have in my book, I have a calculator. I have several calculators that I created for our shopping process. And this is the reason why I can't walk you through this. Like some of the stuff that I created, like I'll tell y'all everything that's in the book. But when you hear her saying she's using the calculator I created, then obviously you don't get to use that unless you have the book. But the way we always calculate counter offers for every offer we get. So any offer we get, we must counter, because you cannot, again, the same way I told you, you won't know the best price in the market without getting 5 to 7 offers. You won't know the best price any dealer could do without making a counter offer. See, we don't make offers because you never want to be the first one to make an offer. Remember that. In a negotiation, you never want to make the first offer, but you also always want to counter an offer. I don't care how good the offer sounds. And one of the scripts that we have in my book is whenever we get an offer, you should always say it's higher than what I thought it was going to be. We don't care if people take off $7,000, $10,000, $15,000, $200. It's still higher than what we thought. Would they accept a counter offer? And pretty much everyone says yes. Oh, they might say, man, I don't have any more room, but I guess I'll take a look at it. So the counter offer calculator that I created, what we do is we put all the offers that you get from dealers, you plug them into this calculator. If you were doing this manually, you'd just be writing the offers down. Once you actually write the offers down, now you're going to look at who took off the most money, and now you're going to counter offer everyone based on the person who took the most money off. Let me explain this because this might sound complex. It isn't. If one dealer takes off $5,000 and every other dealer takes off $1,000, then when we make a counter offer, we're not countering based on $1,000 off. We're countering based on the biggest offer we got off, which was the 5. So when we put all our offers into this calculator, it now spits out the offers based on the lowest offer. I don't care if the person took off 5. Look, you see, look at Sean. Sean saves 20 grand. Sean saves 20 grand off his F-150 Lightning. Kimberly, 20 grand. She saved 20 grand off her brand new Maserati. If they would have assumed that any number, if they, 15 grand off, well, that has to be the best deal. It sounds such a big number. If they would have assumed this, they wouldn't have gotten 20 grand off. See, we can't assume anything or we're going to leave money on the table. So no matter what, when we get counters, and again, the reason why I had to create everybody who's like, look, Deshone, I want to use the calculator, then you need to get the book. I'm just telling you, when you hear people who are talking about this, and you could choose how to get it, you could do it your way, but I can't walk you through using a calculator that you don't have access to. So, and what makes me a little different is the stuff that I wrote in this book, I didn't learn it from people. I actually created it. So if I had learned this, what you'd be able to do is just find who I learned it from. Oh, Deshone learned this from Joe the auto guy. Let's go follow Joe and let's see how much Joe charges for his book, whatever, I don't know. But the point is, you're not going to go find the 8-year rule because I invented it. You're not going to go find the 1.5% rule for bad lease deals because I invented it. You're not going to find the rule of 72 in the 10th birthday for you should not be getting a loan more than 72 months on any car. It's a lot of risk you're taking by getting a loan longer than 72 months. And it's an affordability issue when you're taking a loan that long. You also shouldn't have a loan on a car past the 10th birthday. That's why it's called the rule of 72 and the 10th birthday. Car should be paid off by the time it turns 10 because you're taking risk. And some of you know, if you have a car loan on a car that's older than 10 years, you guys know there's a possibility things could go wrong with the car while you still have a car payment on it. So you're not going to go find the counter offer calculator. You're not going to find the perfect budget calculator because I invented this stuff. So when you're seeing all these people using my stuff and getting these car deals, it's not a system that I learned from other people that you can go and learn it from them. You're either going to do it Deshone's way and try it, or you're going to do it some other way. So that's what I mean when I say these calculators. When you hear people ask about these calculators, these are proprietary software that I built inside my book that I give you access to when you have the book, because it's going to help you in negotiating online. So you look at, here's how a lease deal looks when you're trying to look at multiple offers. Let me show you this. Thank you, Chelsea. When you're looking at a lease deal, it'll say $460 a month. The MSRP is $42,100. Another offer will say $490 a month. MSRP is $41,200. Another one will say $600 a month. MSRP is $45,398. So not only do you have a different monthly payment with each lease offer, you have a different MSRP because all of these cars are similar, not the same. This one might have a special option, so the MSRPs are different. How do we take those offers and actually look at them without getting confused? Well, the first thing you do is divide the monthly payment into the MSRP so that you can get your percentage. So if you divide $460 a month into, say, 42,000, multiplied by 100, that comes out to 1.09%. So once I can show you how to convert it to a percentage, you can see which one's higher and which one's lower. 1.09%, 1.3%, 1.6%. So I have calculators that do this, but then I explain it to you how to do it the manual way in case you don't have the calculator. Because you need to be able to look at your deals either way. But when it comes to counter offers, y'all, counter offers are super important. because I don't care how good of offers we get, we got to put them into our counter offer calculator, and then we got to see if those are the best offers. And I've had tons of people save more money when they hit people with the counter offer, because you just don't know a person's bottom until you come with your counter offer. It's just never going to happen. All right, look, even Jared here, he said, trusted the process and used the scripts, got the lowest offer from $565 a month down to $520 a month with a counter offer. This is very important. That's another $45 a month. That if he would have just said, well, $565 a month, that sounds great. That's better than all my other offers. But if he didn't send the counter offer, that's $45 more per month he wouldn't have gotten. Very important, the counter offer. Okay, so just let the counter offer do the work. Let the calculator do the work for you. This young lady on Instagram, just plug all your offers that you got into the calculator and let it spit out the counter offers, and it'll tell you. And the whole thing is, you might not get your counter offers accepted. That's okay. See, you're gonna get one of three options when you make counter offers. You're gonna get one of three responses. Look, I gave you all the money I can. I got nothing else. Perfect. I needed to know that. Well, you know, that counter offer is a little, I can't get the whole thing. Maybe I can meet you halfway. That'll be the best I could do. Perfect. Need to know that. Then, hey, you know what? I don't really want to do this deal, but you know what? We need a car right now. So, all right, you made the offer. We'll accept it. Perfect. Either way, we win. If we counter offer and we find out we were at the bottom, there's no more room, we won. If we counter offer and then the person splits it with us because they can't meet the whole thing, perfect, we're at the bottom, we won. If they counter offer and they, in a moment of weakness, they just accept the whole, counter offer, perfect, we won. But without a counter offer, you can't win. You can't win. And you counter offer multiple offers. So we look at all 5 offers we got, we put them into the counter offer calculator that's in my book, and then it spits out the offers we should send back. Very simple. Okay? You could do it your way. I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it. Now, if you're doing it your way and it's not working and you're not getting the results, then you tried Deshone's way. Go ahead, Dolan. You can shoot the next one up. Welcome to everybody who just jumped on. This is our Tuesday, May 14th live stream. It's our 12 p.m. stream, so we are live. You can type your questions, and we'll get Dolan to bring in as many as we can. William from Facebook says, "Is it true that you should pay 6% under sticker or 10%?" We don't go by those rules because those are not rules. Those are something that people made up. Now I'm gonna tell you why that's dangerous. So look at Kimberly. Let's go back to her deal. Let's use an extreme case of savings where she would have assumed this, she would have lost. So let's just say she comes in thinking like you, William. Well, let me look to save 6% off my car. So $86,000 times 6%. So she's only looking for $5,160 off. So she could save $5,100 using your rules. She would come in, and if she got $5,100 off this Maserati, she would win. Now let's go to another case you just said. 10% under sticker. So if she would have walked in and said, all right, well, I want to save $8,600 off this price, 10% off. That's how I know I got a deal. Well, with using bids and getting bids at home, she saved $20,000. See, look at this. She saved $20,000. Sean, $73,000 truck. If he would have went in saying, well, I'm going to go for 10% off this thing. Well, he ended up saving with the $15,500 rebate and the dealer discount he got from this dealer. He saved over 20 grand. So this is horrible rules. I don't know where you're getting these rules from, but they're not rules in shopping for me. And you should throw them out the window. They're trash. You don't assume, look, take this one right here, $44,000 vehicle. Tiffany just got it. Look, you can see at the top, I believe we got a good deal from what we learned in the book. Look, see our deal below. Tell me what you think. This is a $44,800 vehicle. If she would have went in saying, oh, well, let's go for 10% on this. 10%, that's only $4,400 off. But sitting at home getting her bids, she's looking at, oh, look, We received a check back from our credit union for 41. They gave them the option to see if the dealer could beat their financing offer, which we always do. We never just go in and say, oh, we're using our financing. Dealer gets a chance to beat it because we want at least 15, 20 banks competing for our interest rates. Look, but this would have been disaster. She went in, she would have left money on the table if she went in saying, all right, let's go for 10%. You sit at home and you get your offers and you see what the lowest offers are. You don't know how much the dealers want to move the cars. You don't know how long that particular car has been on the lot that the winning dealer may want to sell. You don't know what rebates there are. You don't have the information for you to say, oh, let me go for this much off. And using what I'm telling you, it takes 24 to 48 hours to know what the best deal on a car is in the market. We have offers. If I'm on a dealer's website, if I was reaching out for a Toyota, I'd be on dealers' websites today, and then I'd be getting offers by tomorrow or the next day. It's that quick. This isn't a long process. What you do is a long process. Your way of car shopping is a long process. Our way is 60, 90 minutes from home. Once we decide what we want, getting the best deal on it using my way is 60 to 90 minutes from home. But we can't assume what the best deal is going to be. Let's go back to another person who didn't save as much. Look, he got a Toyota Camry. He got his offers. He got everything he wanted, and he got all the offers. The best deal he got, which was in 2023. So we were still kind of in the pandemic. We're kind of ending out the pandemic, and this was a hybrid. So I know at the time the Toyota Camry hybrids were expensive, and some dealers were charging a couple thousand over sticker to get them. He got $2,086 under MSRP, and he got it in a week. He said, I had a 1 week window. I completed the process in 4 days. He's talking about my process. So he saved $2,086. That car might be a $35,000 vehicle. So maybe that's like 8%. But he knows it was the best in the market because some dealers are charging some people for that same car. You might be watching this and you got that car and you know you didn't save $2,000 off MSRP. You might have paid over sticker to get it because the car was very high, or you might pay MSRP to get it. So we can't assume anything. What we do is we pick our cars. Once we decide the cars we want, we sit at home and we get bids on them while we're at home, 5 to 7 offers. If we're looking for a used car, it's different. We're looking at every option within 100, 150 miles of us. And then once we know the market, you can get below market deals. See, the reason why you can't get below market deals is because you don't have a process for even knowing the market. How are you going to get below market? How are you going to get below market? See, it's the reason why you can't get it is because you this is your first time being exposed to the fact, oh shoot, that I even should be going for below market deals. Does that make sense? Before then, some people think, yo, I didn't even know dealers can negotiate. I saw a comment on the show a couple of days ago. This person said, wow, I didn't even know dealers could negotiate. How much money has that young lady overspent because she didn't know dealers negotiate? Thousands and thousands of dollars, probably $4,000 to $5,000 on the low side, every car she bought, because she didn't know that dealers negotiate. She didn't know all dealers have a different price. So what I'm telling you, William, to round out the answer to your question is don't assume anything. Don't assume what a discount's going to be. Pick your car. If you're going to do it your way, do it your way. Get 5 to 7 offers so that you can get to the best offers. If you want to use my way, we're sitting at home. We're connecting with 25 dealers online. You're using my scripts that I wrote in my book. You copy and paste them, and we're going to get 5 to 7 offers. And that's how we're going to know whether we're saving 10 grand, whether we're saving 20 grand, whether we're saving 5 grand. We don't make those assumptions. We get our offers, and then we see what the best deal in the market is. You get in trouble making assumptions. Leave a lot of money on the table making assumptions. All right. Great question. Go ahead, Dolan. Shoot the next one up. John O'Figure. John Hill. Joe Hillfigure. What's up, my man? Good to see you. I see you sharing the broadcast on TikTok. Thank you. Karen from Facebook says, should we trade in our current car or sell it privately? Which is best for new lease deal? So we don't trade because there's nothing that you're going to get the most money for trading. I don't care. You could pick anything in your house, any item in your house. You could pick your whole house. You're not going to get the most money trading it. Yes or no? Right? You're not going to get the most money trading it. No. So you want to now, so the only way that we used to have to get more money when we wanted to sell our vehicle was to sell it privately. And what we don't do now is we don't really sell cars privately anymore unless they're valued at under 10 grand. Now I'm gonna tell you that what's different now is our ability to get cash offers. So before, if you wanted to make a couple thousand extra than the dealer was going to give you, you had to list the car on Craigslist or on Facebook, and then you had to, interview people, and that's how you would sell your car. Now there are online cash buyers that pay more than dealers, and there's also online dealers that want to bid to buy your car. See, this is very important because you can understand how much money is in your old car when there are companies that just want to buy your old car. They're not even selling cars. Think about that. Just like there's companies that only want to give you a car loan, they don't sell cars. That should tell you there's big money in those transactions, which is why we separate our transactions. We separate who's going to get our old car from who we're going to buy our new car from who we're going to get our loan from. See, when you give dealers those three, you're giving them three transactions in one. You gave them the old car, that was one transaction. You gave them your loan, that was another transaction. Then you bought a car from them, that's three transactions. Each of those things should be bids. Each one of those transactions, not only should they be separated, we have a bidding process for each one. So the bidders that we use when we're selling our car, not trading, is CarMax, Driveway, Carvana, Kelly's Blue Book Instant Cash Offer, neverkbb.com, the instant cash offer tool where it connects you with a local dealer so they can bid, and AutoNation Sell My Car and Car Guru Sell My Cars. So when you go to these websites, you're going to get offers. This is what we call in my process the equity assessment. This is assessing any equity that is in our current asset. We must know it. We also must know if there's negative equity. If we own a car and there's negative equity on it. So we're never trading. Again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the question. Trading is not going to get you the most money for whatever you have. If you say, hey, I'll trade you this remote for your phone, somebody's taking a loss. Either both of us, either the remote or the phone, somebody's taking less than what they could get. And because we have cash offers where people could literally go to Driveway, go to CarMax, one day they do an inspection, they cut you a check in an hour, we no longer need to list our car privately to get $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 more than what a dealer would pay. Now, in the cases where you run those offers, if they're under 10 grand, 8, 9 grand, then sometimes it does make sense to list the car on Facebook Marketplace if you could, because you could probably get 1,500 to 2,000 more selling it there. But that's only going to be for cars that are under 10 grand because people need to be able to pay cash for those cars. And if you put a $30,000 car on Facebook Marketplace, yeah, you might say, oh, well, I want to get a little bit more for it. But you also you need somebody who can come into your home or come into wherever you're going to be at and literally give you $30,000 cash without needing a loan. And that's not, your buying pool is going to be very, very small. But under 10 grand, yeah, certainly it's worth it to list those cars if you want to pick up a little extra, list those cars on Facebook Marketplace. But only after you do an official equity assessment. So step 2 in my book is called Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. Step 1 is the most important question. which is the leasing versus buying question, the 8-year rule question. How many years are you keeping your next car? If it's not 8, you should be shopping for a great lease deal. If it's more than 8, you should be shopping for a great purchase deal. Once you answer that first question, step 2 is the equity assessment. Because before you budget, before you even pick your new car, before you go shop for your new car, you should know what your old car is going to be worth to you, whether there's equity in it or whether there's negative equity. And that is step 2 in my process, the equity assessment. You can't skip it. Okay? For all of you who do want the book totally, step by step, it's in my TikTok bio if you just jumped on. It's normally $97, but you can get yours for $24 for 30 minutes. As long as you get to my TikTok bio, my Instagram bio before the 30 minutes is up. We also have a comment in the comment section for you on YouTube or Facebook. Dolan has a comment that you can click Deshone's book. Or if you're watching us on TV, you can scan that QR code with your mobile phone to get your copy for $24 instead of the normal $97. But it's only for 30 minutes. Okay, Dolan, shoot the next one up. Try to get a couple more in. Great questions today. Everybody, we are live. This is our Tuesday, May 14th, 12 noon live stream. So you can type your questions. All right, Bill from Facebook. How much should the residual be at the end of the lease? Thank you. I don't go by that. I've never let a lease deal, because we care too much about the end of the lease when we're not switching from a lease. In most cases, we're not buying our lease because that's buying a used car. That's buying a used car. That's all you're doing when you buy your lease at the end. Buying a 3-year-old used car. Now, why do we go from leasing where the benefits are I'm driving a new car, paying pennies on the dollar, compared to someone who bought this car. I'm always under warranty in most cases. I have the latest and greatest technology, safety features. Why am I going from that to buying a used car? That needs to be a clear value change to say, all right, I'm going from this lifestyle to now buying a used car that I'm going to keep for a long time, 8 more years. So that's why we very rarely even think about the residual value, because for me, all the cars I've leased a Pontiac G6, I've leased 4 Infinities, a 1G and 3 Q50s, and I've leased a Jeep Grand Cherokee. 6 leases. I've never cared about what the cars were worth at the end. All I've cared about was my Pontiac G6 was $256 a month. It was a $22,000 car. My G25 was something stupid low. I want to say it was like $325 or something like that. It was a $35,000 car. My Q50 was $345, then $365, and then $390. The last one was $390, $45,000 cars. My Jeep Grand Cherokee was $330 a month, $35,000 truck, Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo. All I care about is stupid low payments, pennies on the dollar, driving brand new cars off the lot. And the whole time I was leasing, mind you, I know what $500 a month gets you, 25 grand. Some of you know, if you've been on our streams or if you've seen any of my show or my social media videos, every $5,000 is about $100 per month, 5-year loan. So whenever you see 25 grand, you say, oh, I want to spend about $500 a month. That's $25,000 on a loan. That ain't much. So when I was leasing all of those cars that I just told y'all with these $300 payments, these $400, I never went over $400. Until we bought our Infinity truck, I never had a car payment that was over $400 a month. Everything, my highest was $390 on a almost $45,000 Infinity. So while I'm driving these vehicles, I'm seeing people drive, in my opinion, crap. Because I see they driving a $25,000 used truck that they got, but I see they paying $500 a month for it, and it's 3-4 years old. So you paying $500 a month for that used Jeep you got. I'm driving a brand new $40-something thousand vehicle, and I'm paying $390 a month. This is why when we talk about buying our lease, residual doesn't matter to us. All that matters is when I get my offers on my lease, what is that payment going to be? Is it a steal? When I get my 5 to 7 offers, is the payment under 1% where it's a steal? You see people like Frina, you see people like Zafrina. Look, $579 a month, $65,000 truck. That's a steal. You see people like Greg. Look, $527 a month, $56,000 vehicle. He got a 0.9% lease, under 1%. That's a steal. So you need a great lease program, but you got to sit at home and you got to get off. You're not going to get those deals without shopping, without sitting at home, getting multiple offers. But if it's there, even if it's 1 to 1.5%, all of these are great deals. Look, $550 a month, $44,000 vehicle. That's all I care about. I don't care about if there's equity. Oh, what's the best lease that we should get to try to have equity at the end? You can't predict that. Equity comes from having abnormal resale values. So if your lease, everything in 2020 to 2023 was worth 7 to 12 grand more than it would be worth normally. Everything. You had a car that would sell for 5 grand, it was worth 10 grand in 2020 to 2023. That was when everyone had equity. But unless you have a car with abnormally high resale values, there's not going to be equity in a lease most time, but we still check. We still check because we will never return a lease without checking for equity. And I know some of you are like, Deshone, I didn't even know there could be equity in a lease. If that's you, type of question mark, because you really got to get with the program. We've been talking about equity and leases, helping people cash out equity and leases since 2021. So a lot of this information is you're way behind on it, and you need to catch up like today. Because the more stuff you don't know, the more money you're going to continue to lose and leave on the table, which is you're losing. If you returned a lease in 2020, 2021, and you didn't do no equity assessment, you probably gave that dealer $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 because they were buying everything. Y'all notice how y'all see a lot of dealers' websites or commercials say, hey, come bring your leases in. We're now a lease return center. Never did that before. Why? Because they're like, every time we return a lease, we're going to check for equity. So if 20 people bring their leases back, we're probably going to have equity in 4 or 5 of them. We don't care about the rest. We'll take the rest back and we won't make nothing on them. But those 4 or 5 that we're going to make money on, we'll probably make 2-3 grand a piece on. Because people don't know how to check their own equity. That's what we've been talking about for years. So that's the equity assessment process. Bill, I would not worry about residual when it comes to leases. I would pick a car, come home, get your offers. No, none of these people that you're seeing, from Greg to Taupe on her BMW to Danielle on her Audi, Eddie, well, no, he got a used car. Kimberly on her Maserati. None of these people knew what the best deal was going to be. They didn't go in. Look, Kimberly got a $91,000 Maserati for $944 a month. A $91,000 Maserati. Some people right now are paying $1,800 a month for this car. She's paying $944 a month. Look. Read it. I always leave this up so when y'all watching the replays, y'all can really pause it, read it, and like actually digest the types of deals these are. These are deals. When y'all hear me talking, these are deals. All that other stuff, if you don't have 4 or 5 other offers higher than the one you're going to accept, there's no deal there. Only way to know we're getting a deal is because all these other offers that were so much higher, we didn't take. We took the lowest one and we got about the market. But that's what we care about with leases. 1 to 1.5% is a great deal. Under 1% is a steal. Over 1.5% is a bad deal. Forget residual because we're not buying the leases. We're not buying the leases. Stop buying your leases, please. Stop buying your leases. Go ahead, Dolan. Shoot one more in. Stop buying your leases, please. No warranty on a Honda Civic, in my opinion. Keep that one up. Keep Maxine's question up. But I'm just looking at Serge here on TikTok. He actually get a warranty on a new Honda Civic. Honda Civics have a low chance of things going wrong, and when they go wrong, they're usually inexpensive to fix. So if you spent $1,500 on a warranty, you'd have to literally have $1,500 of stuff go wrong for you to make your money back, and that's just to break even. So any car that has a low cost of repair and a low likelihood of things going wrong, it doesn't make as much financial sense to get a warranty, because a warranty is an insurance product. You pay for it, you might not use it. It's an insurance product. So the whole point of paying for something like that is, how likely am I to use it? Okay, Maxine on Facebook: is buying a car from an owner better than buying from a dealer? If I was buying privately, then yes. If I was buying a car, something we call a smart car, which stands for saving money at the right time. In my book, I have something called a smart car. This is for people who can't qualify for a lease, or people who want an inexpensive car. If you're on like a fixed income or low income, you buy a smart car. Stands for saving money at the right time, and these are the least expensive cars that are quality cars. So you're typically buying something that is smaller, that maybe when it was new, it was 22 to 25,000, like a Hyundai Elantra, Toyota Corolla, one of those smaller cars. The smaller car, the better, because you pay for size. So if I wanted to get like a smaller Hyundai Elantra, I could get one. It might have been 22 grand new. Even if I was shopping for the best one I could find for 10 grand, I should still be able to get a relatively nice one. I don't have to get a 10-year-old one. Now, if I'm trying to get a car that was $50,000 when it was new, then yeah, to get one for 10, yeah, I'm probably going to get a 10-year-old one, 100,000 miles on it. That's why when we get a smart car, we're always looking to get our needs covered and not our wants. Our needs are important. Our wants we get later. But when it comes to buying cars like that, I always look to either buy them, if we're paying cash for them, then yeah, I'm looking to buy those from Facebook Marketplace. If people are like getting like 5 to 7 grand cars, I would be looking to get one from an owner on Facebook Marketplace, because a couple things: the dealers are not going to know the history of a car like that, like the owner will. When you're looking on Facebook Marketplace, you want to sort by owners, and then you want to actually make sure because many dealers will say they're the owner, and then you call and you can tell they're the dealer when you ask them, hey, how long have you had the car? Or, can you tell me about the history? The owner will be like, yeah, we've had it in the family. My son went to college with it. There's a little ding on the back when he backed into the garage, but, we've taken for the oil changes. We got the brakes done 2 years ago, whatever. The owner is going to know this stuff. So that's why on inexpensive cars, I like buying from the owners. 3 grand, 5 grand, up to $10,000 cars, I would be buying them on Facebook Marketplace from the owners. You want something in the drive? I got a car from a 98-year-old guy. He literally couldn't drive anymore. I paid $37.50 for it. It had 72,000 miles on it at the time. And, I just use it for my point A to point B car. And I drive it probably, 100 miles a month, 200 miles a month maybe. But it's a great car. But I wouldn't have got a car like that from a dealer or from a dealer doing a sale. So you want to make sure when you're on these, if you're buying an inexpensive car, couple things: look for an owner, and then make sure you have a mechanic. Bring them with you and have them look at it. Pay the mechanic $100, because you're paying to have him protect you from a bad car. Some of you know, if you bought a house before, you get a home inspection, right? You don't buy a house without a home inspection. Now, don't you know that the home inspection may tell you don't buy the house, right? The home inspection may tell you don't buy this house because there's too much wrong with it. So you might pay $400 or $600 for a home inspection and you don't even buy the house. That's how you got to look at a fee that you're going to pay to a mechanic. If a mechanic charges you $100 and they go out and they tell you, look, this car has all types of issues with it, I would stay away from it. Then that's money well spent. See, and we're in the habit of doing this stuff for homes, but we want to be too cheap and we want to be financially ridiculous sometimes when it comes to cars. If you're not willing to pay your mechanic $100 or pay a company to come out and inspect the car, then you're taking on risk. Unless you're a mechanic. If you're a mechanic, then that's different. But yeah, I would certainly be, depending on the price car I'm looking at, I would certainly be looking at private party, and anything higher into the 13, 15,000, then I would be looking to buy from dealers. Okay, so we will listen. We will be doing these shows throughout the week. When you see me live, if you're on my email list, you'll get a notification of when I'm live. I like to make sure we have enough time, but we try to get through as many questions as we can without chopping the answers short. So some days we might only be able to get through 7, 8 questions because I'm giving you the thorough answer. But all of you who are like Deshone, I need the answer to my question. I want to lease, I want to buy a new car, used car. I don't even know what I want to buy. That is all in my new digital book, Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. We're currently 4.95 on Goodreads.com. Thank you to everybody who's reviewed the book. We got 39 ratings, 30 reviews, bunch of 5-star reviews. Thank you to everyone who's taken the time to review it. But you can get your copy of my digital book. It'll be in your inbox in 3 minutes. Go to my TikTok bio and go to my Instagram bio. There's a website there. Dolan's going to put the banner back on the screen for you guys who are watching us. You can go to deshonesbook.com, or you can scan the QR code with your phone if you're watching us on TV, and you'll get your copy for 75% off. Normal price is $97, and everything is in there. You're going to learn how to bid. You're going to learn how to make dealers bid for your business. You're going to learn how to make banks bid for your business without negatively affecting your credit. All of you who are getting a car loan, you must get 7 to 10 plus offers on lending, because you have no idea how much money is just in your loan. Again, that's why there are companies that only want to give you a loan. They don't sell cars. That tells you there's lots of money in the loan business. So you need to treat that process like you're getting bids, like there's a lot of money in it. So you're going to learn the bank bidding war so that you can do that. You're going to learn how to do the equity assessment so that you can see if you have equity, whether you own, whether you lease. Doesn't matter if you lease. Even if some of you who have a third-party restriction, you've been thinking, oh, my third-party restriction, that's going to stop me from getting my equity. No, it doesn't. That just limits who we can sell to. When we have a third-party restriction, we get bids from the online marketplaces and from local dealers. So I'll walk you through that. I have my calculators in there. It's going to help you calculate your counter offers. It's going to help you know exactly what you can spend on a car without going over your budget. And then everything for paperwork is in there. Delivery is in there. Extended warranties. It's all in there, but it's in a step-by-step way. So step 1, all the way through 7, step 7 is delivery. By the time you get to step 7 in my book, you are picking up your car or you're getting ready to have it delivered to you. Okay, so it's a step-by-step process. So get your book for 75% off if you want everything I teach in one spot. Okay, it's in my TikTok bio, my Instagram bio, in the comment section. All right, so we'll be back. We'll have these shows replaying throughout the day so you guys can have your friends watch them. We answer different questions on every show. And whenever you see us live and there's no banner, you know you can hop on and you can ask questions. All of you who would like to attend my free masterclass, Everything You're Doing Wrong, Buying, Selling, and Leasing Cars, that's also in my bio. You're going to need about an hour for that. We go very deep on 23 mistakes that most people are making that you need to stop making. So that's in my bio. That's also in the comment section. I don't care where you get the information. Just get it so we can save this money on cars. Okay? Always a pleasure, y'all. I will see y'all on the next stream. I see you, Alan. Got the book. Great info. I love how it's like choose your own adventure book. That's exactly what it's like. That's exactly what it's like, because I know there's so many different people. There's high mileage drivers. There's people buying. There's people leasing. So it's like warp zone that's in there. That's another reason why it had to be a digital book, because if I ask you this, it zips you to the section about your issue. I don't want you, if you're If you're a regular driver, you shouldn't be reading anything about high mileage drivers. If you have, good credit, you shouldn't be reading anything about here's what you do if you have bad credit. If you have bad credit, this is what you do if you have bad credit. And it keeps you on the path, which is what Alan's saying. That's like the choose your own adventure book, where you're not just reading a bunch of stuff that doesn't apply to you. So yeah, I wanted to set it up like that, and I'm glad you like it. But yeah, everything is in there. I haven't left anything out. So grab your copy, use it, and please make sure you email me with your deals. When you're picking up your car, send me your numbers just like Tiffany did. We'll have a lot more people we're going to bring into the show, and I'll see y'all soon, all right? God bless you.